The entire city is in mourning tonight after an NYPD officer was killed in the line of duty.
Fellow officers prayed outside the 46th precinct in the Bronx this afternoon, just hours after the tragedy.
Officer Miosotis Familia was a 12-year veteran of the force and a mother of 3 children. Investigators say she was shot by Alexander John Bonds, who was killed by police officers a short time later.
As we learn more about the suspect and his potential motive, flags across the city are at half-staff in memory of Officer Familia. We have team coverage of the crime and the investigation. We begin with CBS 2's Dave Carlin, live at the scene in the Fordham section. Dave.
The command unit vehicle that she was in is behind me down this block right here, and actually we can see it down there now. That truck just moved out of the way and gives us a view of where Officer Familia was sitting, writing in her logbook when she was ambushed and killed execution style. Officer Miosotis Familia was in this NYPD command unit vehicle parked on East 183rd Street and just starting her midnight shift to guard one of the most gang and crime-ridden areas of the Bronx. 12:30 a.m., a single shot blasted through the window at close range, the bullet striking the head of the 48-year-old officer, who was a single mother with 3 kids.
It is clear this was an unprovoked attack on police officers who are assigned to keep the people of this great city safe.
Police say this was the revolver used, and it was in the hand of this man, 34-year-old Alexander John Bonds of the Bronx, whose home was a half-hour's drive away. Officers found him about a block away from the shooting scene. They say he drew his revolver, and officers fatally shot him. A bystander was also shot and is hospitalized in stable condition. Many witnesses said all the gunfire sounded to them like 4th of July fireworks. It's only later they learned this officer, dedicated to helping them, had died.
Heartbreaking. I have kids myself, so I could imagine how now those kids are going to feel.
As a community of cops, and this larger community grieves. The investigation centers on Bond's background, poring over a rap sheet that includes aliases and prison time. There are also messages of hate aimed at officers that he delivered live on social media. Here's one example on Facebook from September when he complained corrections officers were killing inmates.
Police is and this ain't no gimmick. Police be killing them and saying an inmate killed them.
In 2001, when he was 15, Bonds was arrested for allegedly attacking an officer with brass knuckles. Also numerous arrests for selling and possessing drugs and jumping turnstiles. In 2006, he was convicted of robbery in Syracuse. After being released, he violated parole and was sent back to prison, then re-released in 2015. This woman, Jenna Johnson, told us she has known Bonds since childhood. She said he leaves behind a daughter, and what happened shocks her.
He's a family man. He was trying to change it. He changed his life. He was doing things. He was trying to go places. We had plans to go to Puerto Rico.
Police with a very different history of Bonds, saying that that gun was reported stolen from West Virginia in 2012. Investigators also believe he has some sort of affiliation with the notorious gang, the Bloods. Live in Fordham, Dave Carlin, CBS 2 News.